Good morning, YouTube. It is your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna try to give y'all in between 5 and 15 minutes before I start my day. Um, but did a little browsing uh, this morning. You know, right before being on the move, and this popped up on my feed. And y'all remember I done a video about AMS being on the Fresh and Fit podcast and how he was talking about Passport Bros. And I did a response to that, right? Well, recently he just put out a video apologizing to the Passport Bros. And he has been saying what I've been telling y'all all along. I just mentioned this the other day in one of the streams where, you got guys that say all these things about this dating market, uh, the marriage system, family court system, child support, you know, the unfairness, the delusional of women, women's nature, and how it is pointless to give them relationships, cohabitate with them, marry them, and whatnot. But then they had this thing about you leaving as a passport, bro, like you upping and leaving and going out the country. Then they tried to call you a trick. Now, at the end, well, the second reason for AMS apology is he talks about how everybody pays. And I've always said that too. Everybody pays. You do nothing for free with a female. You have to accommodate a female in order to have her company. I don't care if you smoke one blunt with a female. You know, you're providing something that's enticing her to be in the midst of you, right? So in the description, I put the link to the whole video. Um, and I didn't get to watch the whole video. I got bits and pieces of it, but I went and got the whole link. So that way on my way to work today, I'm gonna listen to it. But like I've been telling y'all, like these guys had no end game. They had no answer. All they had was trying to teach you game and dating strategies, eventually leading back down the same path of hope of getting married in a system where the man is going to be a slave and the women are going to be unruly. Point blank, period. Now, AMS wants to admit that he was wrong, which, man, look, I'm proud of. I'm not here to laugh at him. I'm not here to say I told you so in a way to where it shames him. I'm here to say it in a way for him to understand what we have understood. This is a sinking ship. Get all the money you can, stay healthy, take care of yourself, stay close to the ones who are truly close to you. And if you have kids, take care of your kids. But other than that, when it comes to if you want a family or you want a retirement and you want to get to a point to where you want peace, it is not going to be here. You have to fund it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Dacus. Yes, sir. Going against the grain don't work. It was crazy. These guys had a whole space built around complaining about women, particularly women in America and in the West. And when the light switch goes off on you, like, wait a minute, I can just travel. And then I can combine dating or searching for a female with traveling. And then guys figured something else out too. They figured out exchange rates. They figured out um, economics. See, a whole lot of things took place with the passport bros that they don't want to give us credit for. You know, it became a numbers game. Then it turned into a good numbers game based around, it does take hard work and it becomes a part of fruits of labor. And then the women become a byproduct in different cultures, right? So when you discover you can go to Thailand and the Philippines and have beachfront condos for 300 a month versus the thousands and thousands you pay a month here in America, and you get finer, feminine, exotic women, better food. You just have to figure out how to become a millionaire and get on financial autopilot and make it to these locations and never have to come back. Or you just take seasonal um, escapades. You know, you have multiple living locations. You have a place in the US and you have a place over in one of these other places. And, you know, you retire or work remote and you live there 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time, come back, handle some affairs or whatever. Whatever you want to do, you know, but this ship is sinking. You know what I'm saying? Especially the black community. Man, this ship is sinking. Um, and it's amazing. You know, I'm proud of the brother. You know what I'm saying? But I've been saying this for a long time. Make it make sense to me. You said don't marry these women, don't date these women. You know, you got guys that go as far as says don't trick and don't spend money and don't have kids by them and don't date single mothers. But then, well, okay, let me get a passport. Wait a minute, you can't leave. That's weak. You know what it was is they were going to lose subscribers and supporters and cash apps. That's what it was. You know, so the best thing those guys could have did was just say, you know what, let me incorporate the passport bro message into my content. It's the best thing they could have done instead of just shaming and name calling and saying that these guys are weak and can't get women. I look, I'm tired of trying to do the right thing and trying to take a woman over here and add her into the equation. It is pointless. They will destroy everything that you build. No. So, I mean, it's a good day today, you know. And I put the link for the entire video in the description, you know, and watch it because I'm going to watch it on the way to work, you know. I want the brothers to wake up. I want them to wake up, you know. And my thing is, you shouldn't even date these women here, you know. I mean, it's what purpose does dating serve you for a woman who's going to be dating other men and talking to other men, sleeping with other men, and you're spending your money taking her places to get to know her and entertain her, basically competing and competing at a disadvantage, or yeah, I don't know what you call it. I know it's horrible, right? Think of the scenario. First and foremost, women weren't even allowed to run around multiple men. You weren't even allowed to try to talk to a woman unless you really were serious about her, and her family that supported her and surrounded her made sure that you were suitable. So it was called courting. This dating is a whole nother different thing, and it's just catapulted into the monster of what we see it be from social media and apps and everything, right? But it got to a point to where instead of it being you and her one on one and you competing for her through her family, not through her getting to juggle a bunch of other men who's doing the same thing and spending money on her. And she leaves and goes off and go talk to them or sleeps with one of them or goes on a date with another one of them, you know, because y'all not exclusive and y'all not in a relationship and you have to make it official before so she has to stop. You know, like really? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta step into a rigged game, a disadvantaged game. I have to also accept, well, I have to take this woman out and other guys are taking her out and I have to beat them and I have to pull out my wallet and This is the way it's supposed to be. That's the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. Once I realized that, I said, man, why in the fuck would I give any kind of energy and accommodations to a female doing anything with another man? It doesn't even matter if you're in a relationship or not. It's all the same, whether you're married, in a relationship, or you're trying to get to know a woman. You're going to allow her to do anything with another man, and you have to outwork another man, be compared to another man, measured against another man in order to win, use goods, ran through goods, deceitful, and potentially, well, it's really actually going to be a risk factor down the road. You think those other men aren't going to be a problem or resurface or be in her system, and you're paying full price? No, man. People don't get it, man. People don't get it. You're better off finding you a concubine and telling the female that all you have is a concubine position. There will be no dates. There will be no seriousness. There will be no marriage. They'll be getting on to know you. You know that you're in an environment where you're dealing with primarily whores. So the only offer on the table is a concubine position with a certain behavior and expectation and performance by the female in order to be rewarded. That be it. That's all they understand. Other than that, treat them like a hoe or stay away from them. Ain't no dating. It ain't even about game no more. Like game used to be fun. It used to be an art. It used to be part of your personality. Like you would come into your own self and figure out your own rhythm and routine. That'd be part of your game. Now it's to the point to where it's like, using logic and understanding and seeing how bad things have gotten. You have no time to be trying to be creative and, uh expressing yourself in a particular manner no more. You have to be looking, analyzing, and seeing it for what it's worth. It's like, sh- what, what possible can I get out of this? Absolutely nothing but some company, and it would have to be to my design, my understanding. I told you they don't fit into my itinerary. I don't have nothing for them. When I have time off, when I decide that I want to go and do something recreational, entertainment wise, because I worked my ass off and I need a break, they have to fit into my itinerary to accompany me and receive any benefits while they're around me at that particular time. That's it. And I have to invite you. I have to be familiar enough with you to invite you, and you have to already know when I hang around him, he's going to eat good food, he's going to do what he likes, and then he is going to want to relax, and he is wanting to have sex at that particular time at some point when I accompany him, and it's already understood, and I want to do it too because I like being around him when he has time. That's it. But for the most part, when I get ready to do something, I'm getting on a plane and I'm out of here. I don't care if it's a week. I don't care if it's 10 days. I don't care if it's 2 weeks. I'm getting out of here. So that's what it is for me. Uh, third trip for Ethiopia is on the horizon. You know, really contemplating getting a condo in Colombia for a whole year. So I'm on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm really on the grizzy. Uh, and we appreciate Alpha Male Strategies doing the man thing, the right thing. Man up to Alpha Male Strategies for apologizing, admitting when he was wrong. That's what most men need to do. I admit when I'm wrong and when I'm messing up. That's what we all need to do because we won't never get the answers and we won't never be able to pass correct information and truth to one another if we're not admitting when we're wrong or we're not going back and looking at the mistakes we made and making sure that bad information doesn't get shared and distributed amongst the brother. So Shout out to Alpha Male Strategies. A lot of guys need to. This is the only way that things are going to change over here if you leave them alone completely. Period. It's the only way it's going to change. And there's men out there that has to stop simping. There's men out there that has to stop aiding and abetting these women and cheating and being their side dudes or whatever it is you do with these women. You need to stop. You need to stop hating on guys. You need to stop trying to sleep with somebody else's woman. You need to stop being jealous of a guy because he has a woman. You need to stop blaming Pookie and Ray Ray for everything. The only way all this stuff is going to change if you guys just stop and step away and find other things to do and combine it with the passport. The passport is a business document. If you got enough money, you can conduct business from country to country. You can go straight to consulars and embassies in these countries and open franchises. If you drop in $200,000, $100,000, you can open franchises. You can buy real estate. You can get automatic citizenship and a passport to their country with these presentations. It's not just a travel document. I mean, it's y'all guys got to understand the game, man. Like I came in the passport bro game around 2020, and I finally made a trip overseas um, in 2022. 2-year process, right? And I started studying different aspects of the passport because I thought it was important for guys to understand you just don't hold it up and say, I got my passport now, I can go get women I want and things like that. Now I discovered it being a business document. I discovered, you can invest and automatically get a passport into a country, and have a 6-figure income in that country because you took money from America and opened businesses and franchises there or bought real estate. You know, that's along with, like I said, guys discovering exchange rate, cost of living, lower cost of living, discovering like a 2-bedroom house being built from the ground up is $10,000 in the Philippines versus the two, $300,000 you're gonna pay in the US. And if you can retire, if you can get a retirement account, if you can get any kind of investments, something compounding, money making money that gives you at least 5 grand a month coming to you, automatically, autopilot. Do you know what you can do? You can leave, never come back. If you don't have kids, if you don't have a lot of family ties, you can leave and never come back and live like a king off that 5 grand a month. My goal is to get it to 10 grand a month. That's what I'm working on. I told you about the 15-year escape plan. I'm trying to make it faster, but I'm just telling you guys. This is why I say free the guys. This is why I had the streams up, with the money in the thumbnail. I had a whole plan for you guys, but I can't get nobody to come over here and support the channel. Now, y'all pump guys up like Austin and stuff, and y'all catapult them. Y'all give them all the money, and they take it and they go, yeah, they take it and they go overseas by themselves and they travel the world. Yeah, they give y'all good content as far as visuals and stuff like that. But if you guys ever come over here and distribute the money over here, I'm going to make it work for everybody. It's going to work for you and me. It's going to get us all 100% free. It's about one freedom, opening the door for the next freedom. There's more than one freedom. Financial freedom is going to unlock a lot of freedoms. You know, it starts with the freedom of mind and freedom of thinking. You know, so I'm waiting on you guys, but this is the sign. I'm telling you, this is the sign. And Mr. Dacus, I appreciate you coming. Yeah, for most of us, it's not just about women; it's about recognizing the value of leveraging our dollar. That's why I work. So that's right. That's right. That's part of it. Pension and Social Security is part of it. It's part of it. Uh, Especially for older generation of guys that's been, in the workforce for over 30 years. Um, in between 20 and 30, let me correct myself, 'cause sometimes it doesn't take that much. But the way they got things going, they trying to push it to where you out here for 30 years, busting your ass. Um, and that's possible for a lot of people that been in the game that long, really trying to, make it to retirement. But there's other things you can do. Over here, I'm looking for investors. I'm not looking for supporters. I'm looking for investors and shareholders. Uh, the subscriber count getting to a certain level will be based around an investor and supporter model where we all get a return and we all can escape and we help each other escape and we can do it at an accelerated rate. Uh, the being in the manosphere 5, 10 years, talking, get behind the camera, that is not helping you. It's not helping me. It's not helping you. But imagine coming to a channel like this where there's an official legal entity, a corporation that makes everybody shareholders, you know, and we don't use it until it achieves a certain point. I'm talking about, you know, donations under LLC as a shareholder and becoming an investor to where we're looking, you know, at trying to raise as many millions to a billion to a particular point. And then we make a decision together as to how to distribute it in a dividend manner where we all have enough to be on autopilot and escape or be able to move to and fro, have agency. So, you guys think about that. If you guys want to keep going to certain channels every day and giving 5, 10, 20, $50 and all they do is talk and put on a good show, keep doing that. But over here, there's a real plan in play to free the guys. So shout out to Alpha Male Strategies. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the truth. Uh, and that's all that we ask for. Hey, this your boy Zulu Go. I got to get up out of here. I got to get ready for work. Like, share, subscribe, comment, man. I'm going to talk to y'all later.